my name is Aiden. I work as a junior assistant in a big company. It's not the best job in the world, but I show up every day, on time, and work hard. I don't wear fancy clothes. I don't drive a big car, but I have dreams, big ones, and I loved someone with all my heart. Her name was Maya. She was beautiful, smart, and confident. She worked in the same company as the marketing head. Everyone respected her. And me. I was just a quiet guy with a notebook. Still, I loved her. Not because of how she looked, but because I thought she had a kind heart. At first Maya liked me back. She smiled when she saw me. She waited for me after work. We talked every night. I thought I was the luckiest man alive. But something changed. Slowly, she started acting cold. She stopped texting like before, stopped waiting after work, and when I asked her what was wrong, she looked me in the eye and said something I'll never forget. Aiden, I need a real man. Someone who can give me a better life. You're too simple. You'll never go far. My heart broke, but my face stayed calm. I smiled and said, I understand, but deep inside, I died a little that day. After that night, Maya stopped hiding her distance. She didn't say good morning at work. She didn't reply to my messages. And when I called, she always said she was busy. Busy with what? I didn't know, but I had a feeling, and it wasn't good. One day, during lunch break, I walked past a small cafe near the office. That's when I saw her. Maya. She was sitting at a corner table with our company's director, Mr. Rohan. They were laughing, too close, too comfortable. He touched her hand. She didn't move it away. My heart dropped. I stood outside the glass window, frozen. She didn't see me, or maybe she didn't care. That night, I didn't sleep. I kept thinking, was I really not enough? Was money all she ever wanted? The next day at work, she walked right past me like I didn't exist. No smile, no hello, nothing. I heard people whisper behind me. She's dating the boss, now she's moving up fast. She dumped the junior guy. It hurt, it burned. But I said nothing, because while Maya was playing games, I was building something else. While Maya was going on dinner dates, posting pictures in luxury restaurants, smiling in selfies with her new rich boyfriend, I was working. Every night, every weekend, while she was sleeping beside another man, I was awake, chasing something greater, because what Maya didn't know was that I wasn't just a junior assistant. Not really. I was a silent partner in a growing tech firm. I had invested early. The company exploded, and now, money wasn't the problem anymore. But I didn't post it online. I didn't show off a car. I didn't change how I dressed. I stayed quiet, because I wasn't chasing revenge. I was chasing growth still. I kept an eye on Maya, and I noticed something. She was changing at first. She was glowing. New dresses, new phone. She even started talking down to her coworkers. But slowly, her smile faded. I saw her arguing with her boss. I heard the rumors. She's too demanding. Maybe the boss is getting bored. One evening, I overheard something in the hallway. She thought he'd marry her. Someone laughed. He just used her for fun. That hit me hard. Not because I felt bad for her, but because she had broken someone real. For someone fake, I walked away. But that day, I made a call. To my lawyer, to my board. And I gave them an order. I want full control of the company. I want to be named CEO. Quietly, the papers were signed the next week. She didn't know it yet, but her life was about to change. It was Monday morning. Everyone was called to the conference room. A special announcement, they said. Maya walked in, confused. She fixed her hair, straightened her blazer. She wanted to look perfect. Maybe she thought she was getting a promotion. She sat with the other managers, smiling confidently. Then the doors opened, and I walked in a black suit. No notebook, no files, just me. And power. The room fell silent. Her smile disappeared. I stood in front of everyone and said, "Good morning. My name is Aiden Carter, and starting today, I'm your new CEO." Gasps filled the room. Maya, mouth opened slightly, but no words came out. She looked pale, confused, broken. I looked directly at her. She looked away. I continued. Some of you know me as a junior assistant. That was part of the plan. I wanted to learn this company from the bottom, to see who's real and who's not. My voice didn't shake, but hers did. She stood up, walked toward me, eyes wet. Aiden, I didn't know. I didn't mean to. I raised my hand. She stopped. You made your choice, Maya, and now, I'll make mine. I handed her an envelope. Inside was her termination letter. She froze. You're firing me, she whispered. I nodded. You fired me from your heart, long ago. I'm just returning the favor. She looked around. No one said a word. That day, she didn't walk out. She collapsed. The same hallway where she used to laugh at me now echoed with her regret. After Maya left the office that day, she never came back. People said she cried in the parking lot for hours. Some said she tried to meet me again, but I never opened the door. Because I had already closed that chapter. I didn't fire her for revenge. I did it because I needed peace. I gave her my love, my time, my loyalty, and she gave it to someone else for money, not just once, but fully and knowingly. That's not a mistake. That's a choice, and choices come with consequences. I kept growing the company. I built new teams, trained new leaders, gave chances to those who truly deserved it, and me. I didn't need revenge anymore. I had peace, and peace is the biggest win. One evening, I got a message from Maya, just 3 words, "I'm so sorry." I didn't reply, because I wasn't angry, I was free. My name is James Williams. When people hear my name, they usually assume I'm rich, very rich, because the Williams family is one of the oldest business families in the city. Hotels, real estate, banking, you name it, they've owned it. But what people don't know is that I don't have any of it. My father cut me off. Why? Because I chose to live my life my way. I didn't want to take over the family business. I didn't want to wear suits, smile for fake people, or sit in meetings all day. I wanted to start fresh, earn my own life. So I walked away. No trust fund, no monthly allowance, no credit cards, just my name and a small apartment on the edge of the city. I started working as a freelance interior designer. It didn't pay much in the beginning, but I loved what I did. Then one day, I met Alina. She was beautiful, charming, confident. We met at a charity event. She walked right up to me and said, "James Williams, of the Williams family." I smiled. "Yes, but not like you think." She laughed, touched my arm, and from that night on, she stayed close. She wanted to know everything about me, what car I drove, what watch I wore, where I grew up, which school I went to. At first I thought she was just curious, but now I realize she was calculating. After 2 months, she said, "James, I never felt this way before. I feel like we're meant to be." I believed her, because when a man is lonely, he holds on to kindness like it's gold. Within 6 months, we were married. It was a small wedding. She wanted something big, with flowers, champagne, and a rooftop view. But I told her I couldn't afford that. She smiled and said, "It's okay, we'll have it later, after we settle," but something in her eyes said otherwise. The first few weeks after marriage were peaceful. We cooked together, watched movies on the couch, walked in the park on weekends. Simple moments, but that didn't last long. One evening, Alina came home with a strange look. She had met one of her old college friends who recently married a tech millionaire. He just bought her a Range Rover, she said, then looked at my old car and frowned. I laughed and said, "Maybe one day I'll design enough houses to buy you one too." She didn't laugh back. She just went to the bedroom and closed the door. After that, things slowly changed. She stopped cooking. She started criticizing everything. "Why don't you wear better clothes? You should really work harder. Maybe your family was right to cut you off." Those words cut deeper than she knew. But I stayed silent. I thought maybe she was just stressed. Maybe marriage pressure was getting to her. But the truth was, she had started comparing me with others. One day, we were at a friend's dinner party. Everyone was talking about investments, properties, and luxury vacations. I stayed quiet because I didn't have any of that. But Alina, she spoke like she did. "James doesn't show it, but he comes from real money," she told them. "His family owns half the West Side." Everyone looked at me. I gave a small smile, but inside, I felt ashamed. Why lie? Why pretend? Later that night, I asked her, "Why did you say all that?" She rolled her eyes. "You're a Williams. Use it. People respect money, not passion." That night, I realized something. She didn't marry me. She married my last name. And sooner or later, she was going to leave when she found out it meant nothing. One day, I came home early from work. I had a small client meeting canceled, so I thought I'd surprise Alina with coffee and snacks. But when I walked in, she was on the phone. She didn't hear me. She was laughing softly, voice sweeter than usual. "You're so much fun to talk to. Not like my husband, always serious, always tired." I froze. She wasn't talking to a friend. She was flirting. I didn't say a word, just backed away from the door and left. Later that night, I acted normal, but inside, everything felt cold. I began noticing things I missed before. She stayed out late more often. She smiled at her phone more than she smiled at me. She wore perfume and makeup, but only when going to the office. Then came the moment I couldn't ignore. One evening, she came home in a brand new car, a silver BMW. Shiny, expensive, nothing we could afford. "Whose car is that?" I asked. She smiled like it was nothing. "Oh, just a gift. From my boss. I helped him land a big client." A gift, a luxury car, from a boss. I wasn't stupid. I looked her in the eye and asked calmly, "Are you sleeping with him?" She didn't answer. She just looked away. Silence says more than words. The next morning, I packed a bag and left the apartment. I didn't argue, didn't fight. She didn't stop me either, because in her mind, she had already replaced me. To her, I was a failed dream, a name without money, a man without power. But what she didn't know was that while she was chasing fake gold, I was quietly building something real. After years of hard work, My small company grew bigger than I ever dreamed. I saved every penny, made smart deals, and built trust with my clients. One day, I heard the news. The company where Alina worked was struggling financially. I saw my chance. I bought majority shares quietly, without anyone knowing. Then came the day of the big meeting. Alina walked into the boardroom, looking confident as always. But this time, I was different. I wore a sharp suit. I carried a folder with important papers. I walked to the front and said, "Good morning, I am James Williams, your new CEO." She stared, her face turned pale. She whispered, "James, but how?" I smiled. "I built my own empire, not inherited, not borrowed, earned." I looked into her eyes. "You married my name. But I built my worth." I handed her a letter. Her termination notice. "You're fired." The room was silent. Alina's pride was gone. She had lost everything. I walked out with my head high, knowing I had won, not just business, but respect and peace. Don't judge someone by their name or status. True strength comes from within. Love and respect can't be bought or faked. They are earned. If someone leaves you for money or status, let them go, because one day the truth will find them and you'll be the one standing tall.